I'm busy doing a trail in Upper Hutt called Overland, which is it's a very challenging trail with 4 to 5 obstacles that you're going to have issues getting over if you're not locked center and rear. You'll probably get winched through. And the other 2 vehicles doing it with us is a Cherokee 3-liter diesel. He's on just factory locked, which you know how that locker works on the Jeeps. 2-inch suspension lift, and then Travis has got a Surf, which is locked as well, but he shot the CV, blew it out yesterday. So he's 3-wheel driving down here and just taking it really slow. But the track is ruthless, and it will break your car if you don't give it the respect that it requires. You shouldn't be sending it out here. There's lots of cars coming up and down and motorcyclists. We've seen deer, we've seen goats. There's pigs up here because we saw people with pigs yesterday that they hunted. So the area needs to be respected in that way. There's another little obstacle that we're going to go over now. You might hear some metal scratching actually on this one, because it's a nice little rock ledge that I'm climbing down on. No. So the car's high enough. Definitely high enough. So obviously I get asked a lot, you know, why take the Porsche off-road and why didn't I go for another vehicle that is renowned for off-roading. I really truly just came across this on the internet through Harry Schoen that does a lot of wheeling with the Porsche, and then started looking into it and was really lucky to find this Cayenne S. It's the V8 model, naturally aspirated. It comes stock out of the factory with center diff lock, rear diff lock, low range, hydraulic detachable sway bars, which gives you additional suspension travel, which is awesome. And the traction control system on this vehicle, because it's permanent 4-wheel drive, not all-wheel drive, is amazing. When in off-road mode, it will literally put 100% of the power on any wheel that it requires. So if you've got 3-wheel slipping, it'll put 250 kilowatt on one wheel to attempt and get you out of there. And that says something about how strong the shafts and the CVs are on these vehicles. When people say to me now, you know, Porsches are going to give trouble and they're not built for this sort of thing, Porsche won't build a car that can put 250 kilowatt on a CV if they think that CV is going to shit itself, isn't it? And I haven't had problems. This is pretty trick from Porsche as well. Onboard air. Use the same compressor as your air suspension to reinflate your tires, which is just, you tell me that's not trick. That's legit. This obstacle is the most difficult obstacle that I've put my vehicle through. We're way down there, and this is around 1.8 meters tall that I have to traverse over. It's very slippery, it's clayey and rocky, and then get my right wheel on there, push over. I'll lift quite a bit, hoping that the rear diff locker and center diff lock gives me enough traction to get over this one, because there's no turning back. She's a big one. Hold your horses for this one. pretty cool obstacle. Not too wild, not too rutty, but the car's level will change direction as you go up and down and over, and then it has got this nice steep climb, and if I'm not mistaken by memory it hooks a direct right after this. This is high, this is really high, so this is probably a 3-meter climb from where you see the boys put these logs in the rut here to get up to the highest point up there. From there to there, give or take 3 meters, so that's a nice little challenge, but not too worried about this one. Made it across. I'm actually shaking, and I didn't notice this rut here. I just took it too close to the right and I ended up in there, and the car almost flipped. So it drove out by itself, but man, fuck, that was a close call. Whew. So I made it up to Outlands, to the summit, and such a rewarding track to come and drive. You get greeted with that view of the Kapiti coast when you arrive, which is just amazing. It's such a beautiful day, and really happy that I took the opportunity to drive this track. So now looking for camp somewhere. There's a bunch of friends out here. They were supposed to be here, so I guess they're elsewhere. We'll drive a bit further and see if we can find them. So I've reached another summit here, and there was a washout. Vehicle down there, so we shall be careful driving forward.
He's obviously still out, so mission back home about 8:30. I was like, oh, was it? No, it must have been about 6:30. I was like, right, I'll go to yeah. Oh, what's that? Yeah. We're supposed to be
you guys got a long trip tomorrow, then holy.
This is probably the hardest challenge on Outlands, with a lot of changing of levels and angles, steep drops, very rutty, slippery, and obviously a very well washed out obstacle. So we'll quickly get that on the 360 camera. Travis is taking the tiger line. Righto, let's see what the Jeep does. Nice little lift. Nice and easy. Yeah, he's got the right line for that.
It's pretty steep.
I'm right hand down. Yeah, there you go.
Well, that's a bit too much.
No weeks, don't worry. Let it slide, there you go. Come right. Yeah, there you go, straighten up.
Alright, so there's my turn down the obstacle. Fully locked center and rear diff lock again. Detachable sway bars on. First gear. And let's see what sort of lift I get out of this, because yesterday was gnarly. You really just have to take it easy. The golden rule with the Cayennes is stay under 2,500 revolutions when climbing. There we go. That should be good wheel lift. Gonna keep her straight here. Start turning slowly. Into it. Up on. A little bit of a slide. That's my rock sliders. Getting hooked up. Man, I love this. Ooh, I like that. And she just straightens herself out. And that's it. Leaving the trail. 2.5 hours in, 2.5 hours out. Fuel consumption not bad at all. Came in with half a tank and I'm just sitting under quarter now. So that's pretty good. Just give you a quick little shot of the entrance of Outlands, which you can see down here. There's a lot of wheel spinning happening as you enter the track. It's real cool. So just reflecting back on it, it really was an awesome 2 days of getting out there, 2.5 hours up, 2.5 hours back. And awesome camping up there, met awesome people. Some South Africans came up as well with their motorcycles. I can't imagine that you would do this with an adventure bike, but they made it up there. And we had a lovely camp, had some beers, had a few tequila shots just to celebrate. Good food, had a snapper fillet that my friend HJ gave me. So wonderful trip, wonderful. I highly recommend coming out here. If your vehicle is capable, come and use the track. Just use it respectfully, think of the other people here, and enjoy it for what it is, because it's 20 minutes outside of Wellington and you get to drive into a rainforest and just enjoy it for what it is. It's so beautiful here. You can't explain to people what it's like to just drive through these ancient forests and just be able to be in the middle of it all, out of the city. Really enjoyed it. So the boys are just airing up at this stage. Sean and his missus is making us some hot chocolate. And then we're going to have a quick hot drink and then shoot off. So thank you for watching this episode, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed the trip. And if you liked what you saw, what I'm doing with this vehicle and wheeling with other guys, please consider to subscribe, like the video, and then we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.